the symphony of life where our hearts entwine. Love, family, and faith in every line. From kin to companions in the moment so rare. We pluck the heartstrings with the stories we share. About faith, we talking about friends, we talking about family. We talking about life, we talking about love, we talking about our heartstrings. We talking about faith, we talking about friends, we talking about family. We talking about life, we talking about love, we talking about our heartstrings.
We are back. Welcome back.
Hey, babe. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know.
Well, it hasn't been that long. They don't know how long it's been.
You haven't seen this smile in a long time.
How you say that?
Because we're back on our podcast. We're back on. We're back on and
So
counting.
are you saying that's a fake smile?
No.
That's your podcast smile?
That's my happy smile that we are back doing this together.
I've seen you happy, babe.
Because we've seen
You've
some
been
days.
It hasn't been that long, babe. This is episode number 10.
Wow.
Happy temporary.
Happy 10th Podworthy.
What?
Podcastovy.
Okay.
Podcastovy.
That's a brand new word.
Okay. No, it has been quite a few busy weeks, and I'm just glad we're back. This was your idea, and I just love it so much. And I love, that was my smile.
You
that was
are
my smile
going
about
to
it.
keep rubbing that in. This was your idea. Every time we miss, can't do it. This was your idea.
Do I say it like that?
Yeah.
This was your idea.
That's how I feel, like you said. I feel that in my heart.
Babe, this was your idea.
Why do you have to say that, babe? This was our idea. I just made a mere suggestion. This
I know,
is our baby.
but when it doesn't happen, you know how I am. Why do you think I'm like that?
Okay, I don't know if we have enough time for that subject.
Just a
today.
little bit.
Nope. Go ahead.
Why do you think that I'm so persistent about things? I'll tell you
That's
why.
a lovely word, persistent.
I am very persistent because I feel like once you start something, you need to finish it. Are we finished?
We are. Yeah, babe. Let me fix your chain here.
Oh, thank you.
I'm doing it.
Did you notice I had a pair of shears right here?
I did.
You know what that means?
Well, meaning you used to be, well, I guess you still are a salon owner, formerly retired hairstylist. Does it mean something different?
It just means I miss it a lot.
When you're cutting all the BS out?
No, it just means that I really miss doing hair.
You could do mine.
In all my travels, I'll ignore that and say I miss doing hair. But anyway, speaking of all my travels of life,
Yeah.
let's talk about traveling.
Well, we're going to get to that because traveling, first of all, you look nice today in church. We went to church. Today is Sunday. For us here. It's probably not Sunday when you're watching this, but you look nice in church today with your, I don't know what do your kids call them? Your auntie, what do they call them?
My wicker wedges?
Yeah, your wicker wedges. Wicker wedges.
Okay, let me
They
just...
say, your kids say they're for aunties.
Well, yeah, so I wanted to bring a few out just to talk about them for a minute. So let me just say, I am 54 years old, proudly, gladly. I am a heel wearer. I am a shoe queen. I love shoes. But when I went traveling with my daughters and my sister to a conference, I pulled out my plethora of what they called wicker wedges, and I think I'm stepping tall. So let me just show you. So they're used to me in this, right? Like this stiletto is what they're used to, right? I can still wear these. I probably can't wear them for 8 hours, but I can still wear them, right? And you like to see me in them. Okay. So I can wear these. I love heels. I'm 5'4", and I just want to say that it just makes me feel taller and sexier and anointed and powerful and all that jazz, right?
It does, because you walk, talk, and you move different when you have
I move
heels
different when I have them. I'm not a Crocs girl, even though I own a pair. But today, look at my fancy shoes, right? Those are cute. And my daughters call them wicker wedges. And so I found out through making a post on social media that wicker wedges are in. Okay? Not only are they in, and these are my Amazon specials. They're called something I can't pronounce. It looks like alcohol, but it's ashol. So shout out to my Amazon ashol specials and my other Amazon wicker wedges, which are called pie buy. My pie buys.
What?
They zip up the back. Pie buys. So I think these are amazing. But I just want I just want to say something about these was I found out that they're called Esmeraldas. Have you even heard that word?
No.
So
Why would
I
I
bought
have?
these this year. And I bought these this year, but this is my third year buying these. And now clearly they're still in style, right? So, but let me tell you something. My Steve Maddens, look at those wicker wedges. I don't care, they're cute, right? Jessica Simpson, come on, Jessica. Okay, these are really high. But Jessica Simpson's, I bought these 2 years ago, and they are still rocking, right? Come on. Michael Kors, what you gonna do? Still a wicker wedge.
These remind me of kind of what you take on vacation.
Yeah,
Comfy,
but
cool.
so I usually only wear them.
Kind
You
of
only wear them in
cash
the
for
summer,
dresses.
right? But my point is that this still keeps the height, but it gives you a sturdy platform, and it's still a little sexy, right? You like them a little bit, right?
I like them.
But because I can't always wear my Esmeralda wicker wedges, which my daughter's AKA Danielle Janae, I buy a chunkier heel. These are Jessica Simpson's, and I bought these this year, and I say, you know what? I could wear something like this with a chunkier heel, give me a little more sturdy for my sturdiness, for my goodness and mercy that follows me all day long.
Okay.
Y'all know what goodness? You know what goodness and mercy is?
Do I know what it is? I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know what goodness and mercy that follows me all day long, some of y'all have it, some of y'all don't. You're not blessed. But you should be blessed with goodness and mercy that follows you all day long. All right. All the days of your life. All right. So that's my travels. I feel like everyone should have really nice shoes. You don't have to have a shoe demon, a shoe angel.
No, you said it right the first time.
Like me, I have an addiction, and it's no question. But I just feel like shoes is the first thing I see, and no judgment to anybody else. It's just for me. I can spot a shoe 3 blocks away and say, "Oh my God, I love that pair of shoes." I will stop someone in the airport while we're traveling. I will stop someone wherever we are and say, "Oh my Lord!" This lady on this reel that I was just watching on Instagram, she was shouting, picking up the ones and twos, and she had on some bad shoes. It's not like a good shout with some bad shoes on. In all your travels, everybody should have at least one really bad pair of shoes.
Some women look at heels like they're a burden. I've heard my daughter say, "Why am I wearing heels?
Why am I torturing myself?
Torture myself with some heels. I can wear me some comfortable shoes. I ain't got nothing to prove." But you kind of, to me, you're kind of the opposite.
Well, let me just say this first of all. I have bought me some Converse with the little wedge heel. I mean, with the little platform, because people used to call ladies that wear skirts and gym shoes, "Oh, you sanctified, you set apart." You know what I mean? Because that was kind of the thing. Like, you couldn't wear jeans back in the day.
Skirts,
Some
shirts.
denominations.
Skirts, t-shirts, and gym shoes.
Skirts, t-shirts, and gym shoes used to be a whole stereotype of a stigma of
a whole picnic vibe.
a whole church sanctified, set apart picnic. But now it's in. Everybody's, I mean, even on the Oscars and the Grammys and the everything, everybody's putting their shoes on, right? Their
Yeah,
jimmies,
so
their
and
jimmies.
what I've noticed, even grown men, not just the kids in school, high school,
Come to a
but
wedding.
grown men, they're wearing the gym shoes and the suits.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've graduated there yet. I've graduated to the point where I can wear like some shoes with the white soles, with a suit, maybe. But that's not really my style. When I wear a suit, I want to wear some real dress shoes. Now,
like
if
your
I'm
dress
wearing
shoes.
some jeans and a sport coat, then I may wear some of those shoes with the white soles on them. Or even some gym shoes, maybe.
Now, you really didn't like white soles for a minute. I mean, it took you a
I
minute to come
still
into.
really don't. I just wear them because that's what you see. That's what's out. That's what's nice. That's what you buy me. So
Facts.
I wear what you bring home
Right. But
most of the time.
But the truth is that, you know, a nice pair of shoes is always going to help you to your posture. It will help your chiropractic spine stand a little taller. I don't care what you say. Just like women get their hair done or you get a fresh haircut, it makes you feel better. A good pair of shoes.
Nice clothes make you. A nice suit
I don't care about the clothes.
for men. For me, A nice suit makes you stand up straight. Nobody slouches or hunches over in the suit. Nobody's like this in the suit. You put on a suit, you stick your chest out, you pop your collars, because that's,
Okay.
I don't know, that's just how you
You
feel
should wear
like
a
you
suit
should
all
be.
the time. It was a joke. Can I make jokes sometimes?
I don't understand the joke. Explain it to me.
Oh, I don't have it.
Okay.
I don't have a joke.
All right.
All right, so now that we're back in living color.
It is the summertime. So, how's everybody enjoying those cicadas in the Midwest?
Well, everybody doesn't have them. We
In
went
the
over
I
Kristen.
said Midwest.
We
well,
went over
true.
Kristen and Terrence's house the other day, and guess what?
Well,
Not a cicada
Northwest
in sight.
Indiana is where my kids live, and there
And
were
east.
0, and the neighboring suburbs from Illinois,
Yeah,
0 cicadas. I'm like, what is up with that?
I don't
How did
understand
they
it.
miss that? I don't know. Maybe they're coming in the next brood. Maybe. I don't know. I won't wish that upon anybody. So where we live is not terrible. We live in a newer subdivision, so it's not a lot of old oak trees.
Mm-hmm.
But where we used to live,
Where we used to live.
man, and when I go visit people and doing a little work over that way, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You come out to your car, they just fly on you. You fly in your car, they're all over. I mean,
Well-
they don't really bother me.
Mm.
Just kind of a little irritating.
Mm.
But how do you feel?
I feel like they are a sign that the earth needed to be purged. Somebody said this. I think Yelly said that Jarrell, his comment was that the earth was pregnant for 17 years and then gave birth. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
To a billion and billions and billions of cicadas.
Trillions, if
Okay,
you count
but
from.
I really don't
the
want
whole
to talk about it
Midwest.
anymore. Really,
Okay.
I just want to
'Cause
say
we ate them last time. On the
No,
matter
we
of fact,
ate
go
crickets.
watch episode 5 if you want to know. I warned you guys about these
He
cicadas.
did warn
they were
us
coming.
that they were coming.
Said the broods were coming.
But guess what
The
happened?
emergence. That's what they call it.
What?
Emergence. That's what they
I
call
don't
it.
like that either. Okay.
That sounds like a science,
A divergent,
sci-fi.
like a divergent movie. The emergents are emerging.
Okay.
Well, anyway, yeah. So that part. All right. So what are we talking about today, Wes?
You know, we have done a little bit of traveling this year. We've been quite a few places. I think we've only gone maybe just a couple that were vacation.
No, we haven't been on one vacation yet.
None, 0.
None this
So
year.
every time we've been out of town, it's all business.
It's been on assignment, and that
or
part.
assignment, graduation, birthday.
Yeah, it's not like
business.
us sitting by the beach, and we actually missed our beach vacation so far.
Which we were supposed to do with our vacation folks.
Yeah, and even when we go with other people to an assignment, whether it be a marriage retreat or a marriage getaway or something, that's not a vacation. A vacation is I don't have to think, I don't have to plan. I could just relax my brain, turn it off, don't answer the phone. But when you're on an assignment, that's different. And and here's my motto, one of them. Any getaway is a good away. And let me explain myself. The getaway is meaning that it has moved you from your regular scheduled program and you're able to do something else away from your regular scheduled program. What I mean by that is away from home. But even I say funerals, they're tough, they're hard, they're difficult. But at the end of the day, if you have to get away to go to them, you are actually taking a moment to probably see family members you haven't seen before, to have a meal, break bread with people you don't always get to see. And it could be a good away. It does not have to be a bad thing, even in the midst of even grief. So I'm saying that take advantage of any getaway can be a good away from your regular schedule, work schedule, demands, life, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so that's why that's what I say that. I've been saying that for years. However, we need a vacation, and we have taken some really great vacations. And speaking of, one of our favorite places in the absolute world to be, well, mine anyway, but I don't know if you feel the same way, but we've been there so many times, is
right. Not looking forward to going back anytime soon, just
really?
because we've been there so many times.
I'm ready.
I am ready to expand my horizons. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but go ahead. What's your favorite spot?
Jamaica, man. Jamaica, baby. Yeah, man. I wanted to sing a song.
I'm glad you didn't. I was waiting for the song because normally you'll have them. You can't think of any Bob Marley songs.
I can. They're in my head. But I can't sing them right now. But our experiences with every vacation.
I know what song you used to sing.
What? Oh no.
Jujube.
Juju be love, Juju be love.
And I was like, what in the world is Juju be
And
love?
they're
Babe?
saying, would you be love? Right?
Something like that. I don't know the exact words. I know it's not
Would you be
Jujube,
love?
but you used to be on that beach singing Jujube.
Because I didn't hear the words, the lyrics. I just know I enjoyed the beat and I know the Jamaican baby. I love Jamaican food. I love jerk chicken. I love curry chicken. I've never had curry goat. I love curried catfish. I love anything Jamaican. I love it all. Rice and peas, cabbage, yaman, laying on the beach. I don't smoke a little ganja. Never have. Probably never will. Did you hear me?
Are you asking me if I have? That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not answering. I plead the fifth. So let's talk about vacations.
We've never talked about that.
I had a life before I met you. We'll leave it right there.
Okay.
Let me ask a question. So normally when we travel, we like to, I don't know. Are we travel snobs? Are you a travel snob? I think you are. I think you more than me.
Okay.
But I think because, and I say that when we travel, I've heard people tell stories about traveling, and when they go to Jamaica or Bahamas or wherever they Caribbean place, they say, you know what? I don't really care about the room. We're going to be out of the room most of the time and enjoying. I just going to go in the room and sleep. I'm like, and we are so the opposite of that. When we get to a resort, we want all the 5-star amenities that come with it. If we can upgrade our room when we get there with the ocean view, top floor, suite, whatever, you name it, we're going to try to get it as far as our little money will take us. That's what we do. And I think that's for any vacation, not just Caribbean.
Something you said just prompted my memory to say, you said upgrade when we get there if we can. And I guess the whole thing would be, if you really are 5-star material, you should be able to pay for that upgrade before you get there.
Well,
and that's what I was going to say. We normally got upgraded because...
No, I don't. Not necessarily. Because usually we make sure we get a 5-star place. And it usually comes with a package where everything's included. Once we get there and we see how nice the place is, then we start asking, ocean view, can we get this? Because here's the code word, and this is travel advice number 101. Here's the code word. If you want to see the water, don't get anything that says garden or mountain view, because you will not be looking at any water. You will be looking at the back. Truth?
Yes, and you should say front ocean view, because just because you said ocean view
doesn't
mean that this little teeny corner of the ocean.
Like that.
Oh yeah, if I turn my head around the room on the balcony, I can see the ocean.
Stick my head out far enough.
Exactly. No, you want to be.
I think our last view we had a view of the alley and a junkyard,
and
a little bit of ocean.
I don't want to talk about that either. I don't like talking about bad experiences. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't terrible. It was just
they were doing construction and revamping a junkyard or something.
No, that was it.
That was it. Well,
let me just tell you.
I think I'm beyond junkyard.
You can see all employees.
I think I'm beyond junkyard views. The reason I say that is, like, if I'm going on a missions trip, I know I'm going on a missions trip. I know what to expect because we're going on a mission. But if I'm going on vacation and I serve people, and I think that was my biggest thing. I didn't want to be a vacation snob or a hotel snob, but I know that I did my best for many, many years. I might have failed along the way a little bit, but not often, in providing people the utmost customer service. And so with that being said, if you're in the service industry and you're calling yourself a 5-star hotel, then I'm going to expect 5-star hotel service. And so just like we went to a hotel the other day and I get ready to get in the bed and there's a big, huge stain in the middle of the bed. And I'm like, what is this?
You know what I mean? A stain on the sheet.
But a stain on the
the
mattress
stain
cover.
Went all the way through the mattress cover to the mattress.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm like, you obviously did not change the sheet.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, we have had experiences. Of course, that gives us 50,000 points, which I'm very grateful for. Not going to mention the chain of hotel, but I am going to say that becoming a member of something speaks to the excellence in which you should have something, because it says, oh, I represent you in some kind of way, or you represent me. And so with that being said, whatever resort or hotels we choose, no matter what, I may not have all the money in the world. Do you remember my experience in Jamaica? Um, our very first trip to Jamaica.
Which one?
The very, very first
Very
one.
first.
I went to get a nail fixed, and the young lady, her name was Opal, and she.
How in the world do you remember her name?
I'm gonna tell you why. I was getting there to get my nails done, and I said, "Hi, how are you?" I'm in the hair industry, and I'm going to get my nail fixed. How you doing? I'm fine. And I was like, I stopped her in the middle of fixing my nail, and I said, "Listen here, what's your name?" And she told me, and I said, "I am a blue collar worker. I am a hairstylist. I work real hard to come here to Jamaica." I said, "I don't know why you having a bad day." I said, but I worked real hard to be here. And I said, I'm not one of these snooty booties coming here to look down upon you doing my nails. I said, I'm in the same service industry. And one thing led to another. One thing led to another. We started talking. She took my cell phone. I think cell phones had just kind of came out back then. No, it was a house phone. I gave her my house phone number. We didn't even have a cell phone back then. I gave her my house phone number. And many years later, just from me building that relationship, talking to her for 2 or 3 years, the U.S. Embassy called me and said, we have Opal such and such on the line. And she says she's a family member that's coming to live with you. And I said, oh, no. They said, we have her here. She's standing here. I said, Opal? She said, yes. I said, why did you tell them I'm your family? You told me you had family in Chicago. She was talking about me.
She was looking for a sponsor.
She was looking for a sponsor or whatever. But I'm just saying that to say that I went from one extreme to the next. I was telling her to calm down. I'm blue collar like her. To the next minute, she's saying, I want to come live with you. Her and her daughter. Oh, my God. Real story. Can't make that up. My whole point is that I want to provide services to people that are excellent, but I want people to provide it to me, but not where you're so arrogant that you think you're better than anyone. And like I told the hotel with that dirty sheet the other day, I said, you know what? I'm not going to even really report this necessarily, but I am telling you that, I go to one establishment with your name on it, and it's like beautiful. I come here and it's like a dump. That's a problem. And you're the same name establishment.
Yeah.
It
was
the exact same. The fragrance was different. You get off the elevator, it slaps you in the face with that aroma. I was about to say the name. And then I go to this other one, and it slaps you in the face with, welcome you with dirt after you get off the elevator, garbage on the floor, and the smell was musty, and it was just like
old carpet.
Like old carpet, or hadn't been shampooed. So I'm saying that to say, I'm not a snob, but I do think when you represent something, you should represent it well. Did you say?
No, we're not snobs, but that was a long story to say.
I'm sorry, I told a long story.
We like nice stuff.
I like nice stuff, and I like to be serviced well. Kindness.
I don't know about all that. That's you. I just like niceness. I like if I don't want to leave the room, I like the whole niceness of the room, the suite. Put my feet up on the couch if there's one in the suite, hopefully. If they got a jacuzzi in the room, enjoy my jacuzzi in the room. Put my feet up on the. All that is part of our vacation experience. Even the eating part. Some people I grab something whenever. It was like, no, we expect and we're looking forward to some good meals while we're away. And if we're at an establishment or a resort or something and the food is not good and we can't find one good restaurant, for us, that kind of brings the level of the restaurant down. Our experience of it down. Because we're foodies. We like nice vacations when we get a chance to get away, to do nothing. That's just what we are. Right?
Well, I think so. I think that I used to get offended when you said I was a foodie and I live for the food on the vacation. But I think we went to Mexico, to the Cancun for my 40th birthday, and that food was absolutely horrible. I mean, I didn't enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And so it made me feel like I didn't like
Cancun.
Mexico. But it wasn't that. It was just the resort we stayed on, because we went to Cabo last year, which was absolutely amazing. Shout out to DJS Travel and Crew. They know who they are. That's a great, that's our crew. who we travel with when we travel. But we have not taken a trip alone in a minute. I'm ready.
When you gonna fit it in?
I'm going to fit it in. Before 2024 is over, it will be. If it's nothing but a 3-day, we about to fit it in because I need it. I need a minute to relax my brain. Don't you feel like my brain is different? There used to be a time on vacation where I used to kind of bring up all the stuff that I needed to, but I don't do that anymore, do I? We needed to do, and you were like, Nisha, this is not the time to bring it up on vacation.
I think we get more chance to actually talk about that because I'm at home. You're working from home for the most part.
Yeah.
So we see each other a lot more.
Yeah, that's true.
When you were running the salon and you were gone all day or
That's
half
true.
the day, then I was working the other half of the day. Our chances of actually having a meaningful conversation were slim.
Yeah.
We'd have to fit them in.
Yeah.
But now I think you have a chance to do that more often.
Yeah.
So when we do go away, we don't always have to. Everything doesn't just rush into our memories. Say, what about this? What about this? So that's it. Vacation. Do you remember when we went to Jamaica? It was for our 25th anniversary, right? Mm-hmm. Because we had the kids, 3 of them.
We promised.
Chris, Yelly, and
they had been begging to go to Jamaica.
So, and they were over 21, 2 of them. And Nia was still a teen, so she couldn't hang out with Chris and Yelly. But my point is, it was for our 25th wedding anniversary, and we had a wedding, and we had a stack of gift cards like this. And I was like, and they were all Visa, MasterCard gift cards. They weren't store gift cards.
And American Express.
I was like, we don't need to take any money with us.
Not
Look
cash.
at all these gift cards we got.
Yep, it was at least $2,000, $3,000
So
worth.
we went to Jamaica, got there, and they were like, no, you can't use those out of the country. What? We didn't call our bank, so we couldn't get cash with our cash station card because we didn't tell them we were traveling, so we kept getting denied. And back then, you couldn't just go on your cell phone. You had to buy a
travel card.
Right, a phone card, so you can make long distance phone calls. We didn't have any money to do that. We were cash poor. And the way we found out was we booked a trip. We booked a trip, an excursion, dolphin excursion. And we went and we got back and then they were like, there's something wrong with your card. It didn't go through. No problem. We'll try it again. Then we tried a bank card. Nothing. I don't remember how we fixed that.
I'm going to tell you, I had a checkbook and they let me write a check at the front desk. And they held the check until I was able to make a phone call to Chase Bank and let them know that we were there. And then they released our card. And then finally, I got the check back and I gave them cash for the phone call. That just sounded like so much work. It was exhausting because it was over. We were there 7 nights, 8 days and 7 nights. And it took so long for us to be able to do that. We were there like 3 days before we could even really maneuver. But the girls had a great time.
It was all inclusive, so we weren't starving.
We weren't starving, right?
But we couldn't do anything because we were cash poor, and that was a learning experience. So now when we go on vacation, I try to take about 1,000 cash or something, whatever like that, and just keep. Whether I spend it or not, I'm going to have that cash.
Yeah.
I put it in a safe. Whatever I'm going to do with it is going up, just in case money.
But now you can use cards.
You can't
Even
use
in
gift
Jamaica?
cards. I don't think you can use gift cards.
No, but you can use your American Express now.
You can use American Express.
You can use all that, yeah.
But we didn't take any credit cards. I don't think we only had maybe one.
Yeah, we had a Capital One, I remember. It was probably at the limit at the time.
Right, probably because we had to pay for your children.
My Lord.
Who were going to pay us back.
But you know what the best part about that trip was?
I'm still waiting on our Jamaica money back.
Children. We never asked them for their money. The best part about it was I went to the travel agent and I said, I want to pay $5,000 for 5 people, all inclusive at a 5-star resort. I think our whole bill for that 7 night and 8 days, and what year did we get renew our vows? Our 25th wedding, it was 10 years ago, was $5,600 and some dollars. I paid only $600 and some dollars over. And I just recommend that to anyone. Even though we're part of this travel club now that really shout out to Trevorium, but where we'll be able to travel for some really reasonable prices. But the point is that I believed God that we could go for this trip We can spend how much we said we were going to spend and go. And it worked out. And it was unbelievable. It was an amazing trip. And now they want to go to, well, I think Nia's been to Jamaica, her and Isaac. But, I do know that you can have what you want. You just have to do the work.
Right. And you know what the secret to that? One of the secrets, I should
Don't
say.
tell the secret.
Why not?
I don't want you to tell the secret.
Okay. I can't tell you guys.
Y'all reach out to us, crumblenot.com, and ask us what the secret to sauce is.
Okay. So that was probably, I'm not going to say the worst experience, but we've had some interesting vacations. We went traveling during the coronavirus. It was like right after.
It was right. No. It was the beginning.
No. We didn't get to go to the beginning.
Oh.
This was near the tail end when they started letting everybody travel, but you have all these vaccinations and proof that you didn't have COVID and all this. And when we get to the airport, where were we supposed to be going?
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia. Supposed to be going to St. Lucia. We get to the airport, and they did not accept the documents from the testing place, which I don't know why. I don't know what else they were looking for. I still don't know what they're looking for today, because it was like, no, we need such and such. I'm like, this is all they gave us. What are y'all looking for? So we get to the airport, and we were denied Lucia. They was like, nope, you can't go. Sorry, because we can't even give you a boarding pass unless this part is done.
And what did I say?
I was ready to go back home, but you're like, we're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere. We're not going home. We got all this luggage. We got to pay for a trip. It's at a franchise resort. We're going to go somewhere. And it was 5 a.m. And guess what happened?
We did find some place because they were able to transfer from that resort to another
And we went
property
back to
that they
Jamaica.
had. We ended up back in Jamaica. I don't know if I was really comfortable because everything was so, you know how it was during coronavirus. That's like a trauma for me.
Yeah.
Everything is away.
You can't stand masks.
We had to take a test before we left. And if we had the virus before we left, one of us, whichever one had it, would have been quarantined in a room, and then our other spouse would have had to leave or find some other type of accommodation somewhere in Jamaica.
Weirdest thing ever.
So I was like, man, I'm glad we were able to get back out, get back home. But I don't know. It was just that whole, I don't know. I didn't like traveling during that time. It just made stuff, you were already nervous.
It was complicated.
And then it was a whole bunch of extra stuff added on. And then there were people who didn't care. And I'm not wearing a mask. And this is all a hoax. And then you had the people on the other end who didn't want to be 10 feet within anybody. I'm like, it was just a whole mess. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, but I want to go back to the fact that you're in agreement with this 2024 trip. Is that right?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what month you're going to fit that in. September. September's always a good month.
I need to figure it out because September's a good month. As a matter of fact, we're retired, so we can kind of go during the week. We have a lot of weekend bookings. We are booked every weekend in September, but we can go during the weekday. So I'm glad about that. Leave on a Sunday and come back. But do you remember that time we went to Arizona and I was like, oh, I want to go to Arizona, and shout out to our sister and brother that, they gave us their timeshare, and we went.
Sedona.
And we went in January, and I took
took all your swimsuits.
took all my
and
swimming
your
suits
summer
and
wicker wedges.
summer wear, and we got there, and it was snowing.
It snowed in Arizona.
And I didn't know.
Because Sedona is kind of in the mountains a little bit.
Didn't know. It was so beautiful,
It was
though.
cold, though.
Remember what I said? God has respected persons about 2 states, Colorado and Arizona, because the beauty is like none other. He created them, and he was like, these my special states. I'm going to create them. When he created the world, he put certain beauty in certain states. And Arizona and Colorado, those are 2 of them. I just want to say that. Okay, Lord, I want to say that. Because
Have you been to the Grand Canyon yet?
we haven't been.
So you never know. I've heard some good stuff.
I mean, maybe we can go to Grand Canyon. We haven't been in a lot of places.
We haven't been to the Grand Canyon. The parts that we can go to, the parts that the government doesn't hide because they got aliens living there. That's,
Who told you that?
Yeah, I watch YouTube. I watch all that stuff. Anyway,
Um, what was I saying? You made me lose my train of thought talking about some aliens.
talking about Sedona.
Oh, but I think it was a gift because it was beautiful. We needed the quiet, and we rode through the mountains on a train. That was beautiful, and it was just the beauty was like none other. And I would actually consider living in Arizona because, yeah, I would consider living in Arizona.
Some
Absolutely.
people don't like it because they get enough of rocks. Because that's all it is. Rocks and cactuses.
It's beautiful rocks.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice, different colors and all that. But they're rocks nonetheless. Some people like to see a little green. And
I just want to say this before we get to our question of the day. What is your dream vacation? Dream.
that I've gone on or
No,
that I
that
want
you
to.
want to go, like your bucket list.
So there are, first of all, a Caribbean vacation would be my dream. Now there are some other vacations that I want to do, but some type of Caribbean is my dream. So now when you say that and you live in the States, first thing you think of is Jamaica, Bahamas.
Cancun.
You know, no, I'm talking about those islands that you see on the Travel Channel.
Tahiti.
I don't even know the names. I don't even know the names of some of these places. But there are places
Fuji.
where the movie stars go and charter a yacht and go to these islands and places like that. And they got the long piers with the glass bottom rooms that stick out over the water.
Yeah, no.
Those type of islands. That would be my dream vacation. Wouldn't mind doing it on a big old yacht.
Yeah.
I mean, not just a big boat, but a big yacht boat. I don't know. I'll probably do that one day. We'll probably run a yacht one day.
Well,
maybe.
I just want to say that because me and you haven't vacationed by ourselves in so long, I think that that's what I'm really ready for. I really, really believe that. But someplace we haven't been is, like you said, want to stay in one of those beautiful clear water resorts with the huts right in the middle of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And you can look down and the floor is your sea, the bed of the sea, and seeing the fish. And I would love to go fishing and just enjoy that. I think that's what I would enjoy. I say that, but then again, would I want to be there every day? I don't know. But I think right now, any getaway is a good away if it's with you by myself for now. I know that one of the pacts we have always made, and I don't know if some married couples should really think about this or consider this. If we haven't gone somewhere together for the first time, like a major trip, then I don't go with anyone else. Our first are together. You still agree with that?
Yeah, so.
Like Aruba. We haven't been to Aruba.
Right.
Unless we're going to go together. We can go with some people. But if we haven't gone together, I'm not going with my girlfriends to Aruba if me and Wes haven't been. That's just what I don't do. You said you would let me, but
Well, I will let you because the person that was asking is my sister. Not my blood sister, but my sister. That would be the only reason.
yeah, well, I feel like we have to keep some things within the boundaries of what we said we would do. And I feel like every couple should do that. You should set some goals for your travel goals and different things. And some people don't care because some people are used to traveling with their girlfriends or the boys or whatever. I just think that whether you're traveling or something should be sacred just for you and your spouse first. Your first should be sacred. That's my opinion, especially in traveling.
I agree. And that's, like you said, that's for every first moment.
Yeah.
Some things should be special.
Yeah, and I think we've.
You know what though? One thing we've never agreed upon was separate vacations. A lot of couples take separate vacations. This is my girl's trip. This is my guy's trip. First of all, unless there's a purpose for that men's trip.
The women's trip. Mm-hmm.
I think at some age, guy trips should be done with. That's just me. That's just my opinion.
Ooh, you got a whole lot of guys looking at you like, what, Wes?
I mean, now there are some trips for purpose. You got frats that do trips. You got car trips. You got fishing trips.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about those. I'm just talking about me and my friends who I went to college with or high school with, and we're still traveling and going on trips every year, and we're married with kids and all of that. I'm like, I don't know.
And you gonna head over to Bali with them?
Right. I don't know about that. Now, if it's a purposeful trip, by ours lose if it's a reunion trip even. If your group of guys haven't gotten together or seen each other for 5-6 years, or the last time you saw each other was at a funeral or something like that, then say, hey, let's get together, celebrate or whatever.
We all meet up in Bali.
Right. Then you can do that. But just every year, I think at some point you kind of grow out of that. Now, doesn't mean that for women, at some time, women just need to let their hair down and just,
Really?
I think so.
You think I do?
I don't know if you would play well. I don't know if you play well. I don't know.
What does that mean?
I think after a couple of days, you probably would be ready to go.
Absolutely.
Or be missing me, or because I think for you, when you talk about vacations and going place, in your head, it's a romantic thing, and
not all the time, Wes.
Like when?
With you, yeah. I don't think. Okay, so let me just say this: with my sisters, when we went
Well, your
away,
sisters don't
or
count.
my daughters,
Sisters don't count. Sisters, your sisters.
okay, my daughters, the trip we went on, I didn't think about romance one time.
You were in Tennessee, babe. I'm talking about on some island vacation.
I want to know what you would do. I would swim. I would vacation. I would go get a massage. I'd eat a meal.
And that's what I mean.
There we go with that purpose. It has to have purpose.
The spa, to me,
yeah.
the spa treatments with all the women and your girls and enjoying all that is I think is good. I don't know if guys necessarily need to do spa treatment by themselves.
A lot of men do now. I'm just going to say that.
No, I ain't say men don't go to spas.
No, I'm saying that a lot of my friends, their spouses actually do guy trips with all of that. And I don't.
And they go spa treatments?
People get spa, manicures, pedicures. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Look at your face.
Oh, okay. I mean,
you're not judging them, are you?
I'm not judging them. Now, let's talk about this travel experience that we had in Africa, which was last December.
Well, we really kind of talked about me losing my wallet, but go ahead.
Did we talk about being kidnapped?
We talked about that a little bit, but not a lot. We hit on it. We just hit on it. But go ahead, share.
So here's some travel advice. When you are going places, for me, some places like Africa or other places that you're not familiar with, for us, I like to go with the group. I think there's safety in numbers.
Absolutely.
Because when we were at the airport, some guy held up a sign with the name that was familiar with the name that we were looking for. And we were like, hey, are you with Tanya? He was like, yeah, come on. And we were walking through the airport with this perfect stranger taking us, we have no idea. And our guide, who was supposed to pick us up, just happened to see us because he had a picture of us. And he called our name.
Thank God.
He said, Wes and Nisha. And we were like, yeah. He's like, you're supposed to be coming with me. He's like, Tanya sent me. And I was like, really? And they got to kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
And he had to prove that, yes, these are my people.
Yeah.
And he was very nice about it. But our guy was, which is kind of scary because we were in Africa. Our guy, and he perfectly said, was, I forgot what kind of training, warfare, urban war, all of that training he has had with weapons, guns, all that. So he's like, you will always be safe with me. And I was like, wow, just you saying that, I don't know if I feel safe anymore. That you need all that in Africa. But when we left Africa, there was they had travel warnings out.
Yes, I do know that.
And I was like, wow.
That has happened to us twice or three times.
Every time we got back from Israel.
When we got back from Israel, there was a war. I mean, or a bombing, and
now it's a war.
Now it's a war. Then we got back from Africa. There was a travel red alert. I guess that's what you want to call it. So the truth is that I just want to say this.
Go ahead.
Speaking of travel, every time you get on a plane, train, bus, and even a car, but every time you're traveling, I do think it's wisdom to speak. We'd always let our kids know we're on the plane. They're grown and married. And then we're landed. Because my CPA told me recently that, I should say our CPA, The doors flew off of the train. I won't mention
Plane.
the plane. I said train because my brain just still is picturing a plane. And literally, while
in flight.
in flight, while him and his wife were on there because of turbulence. And it wasn't the airline's fault, he said. But he said, if we're going to go, we're going to go together.
Wait, back up.
Him and his wife.
How's it not the airplane's fault if you're riding through turbulence, which happens quite often, and the doors fly off? Whose fault is it? God?
Well, it's an act of weather, right?
Oh, okay, whatever.
Well, let me just say this. You should always put into practice when you travel. Pray when you get on the plane. Pray when you get off the plane. Thankful for safety. And really should do it in the car. Lord, thank you for just going to work safely. You know, there's so many things that can happen when you're traveling. And a lot of times we just take stuff for granted. And we don't remember that you need to be mindful that it is a gift to be able to get into anything that's moving and be safely, arrive at your destination and safely leave. And you arrive at your destination healthy and whole. I mean, it's just a gift. There's so much you can, and I never ever take that for granted. And one reason I like traveling together with Wes is because if we're gonna go and we're together, we're going together.
That is the gospel truth. Do you remember the year we were actually we were in New York, and we were trying to get back, and there was a snowstorm in Chicago.
Yep.
And the plane slid off the runway. If anybody's familiar with Midway Airport, you know that the streets surrounded like a city block. Mm-hmm. It's like right in the middle of the city on the south side. And a plane slid off the runway, hit a car on the street, and killed a little 5 or 6 year old boy.
Yeah, I remember that.
How do you explain that? You're driving in the car and you get hit by an airplane. I'm like,
But I believe that because I'm on the plane, that there is a God.
Everybody on there is blessed.
That everybody on there is blessed because the angels of the Lord surround me. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you in this plane. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace on this plane. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, where I go in my travels, I'm believing that the hand of the Lord and the angels are surrounding me and surrounding those that are around me. And I believe it's for other people too. When certain people come into presence, it's like, oh, Lord, I could just relax and know that, be still and know that he is God because this person is here with me. The authority, the power. Come on, somebody. Okay, I'm done. Hey.
See, I knew you weren't done.
Ah, glory to God in the highest.
I knew it was a little shondo left.
Okay, come on.
All right.
My. Okay, all right, I'll leave
That's
it
good
alone.
combo, babe. We need to get our vacation on, obviously.
We
That's
will
all
be on
talked about was
vacation.
vacation stuff.
Yeah.
We got some. I think we should tell some travel advice. Maybe not this episode, but just get safe travel advice.
Yeah.
Things you do, don't do.
Yeah.
How to even get a cheap vacation.
Yeah.
Because you were skilled at it. And now we've got
I'm still skilled at it.
But we've got some new tricks now that we've put on our belt.
But one thing is, buy you some luggage and buy those travel straps to go around your luggage and get them in lime green or fluorescent orange or fluorescent pink or something so that when your luggage comes around, you don't have to think that you don't know your luggage.
One. Two.
I'm
I literally saw. What you doing? You can't look at it.
I won't look at it.
I literally saw my bag on the runway.
Yes.
Sitting by itself.
With all our clothes.
Hanging out because the zipper had come loose. I thought the zipper was broken, but it had just come on loose. The only reason I didn't lose all of my clothes was because I had that strap on it. The only reason I recognized it was my bag from the window looking down was because I saw that strap that I put on there.
Correct.
So that strap was holding it, but the zipper has still come loose.
Right.
Which I have tricks to keep your zipper from coming loose as well. Besides a lot.
I think you can find a better way, but let's talk about that next time.
Got you. But anyway, that travel strap helped me, and it will keep your bag a little safe, secure.
Yeah.
Especially, if you're not buying $150 luggage and you're going to Ross to get your bags,
Don't play Ross.
Well, I mean, that's where we got all our luggage from.
Not all of it.
Most of it. I mean, we try to pick out some good.
Samsonite. But they sell Samsonite at Ross too.
They do. You think we travel enough to have some super expensive luggage? Like a friend of ours, she shops for luggage because she goes on mission trips. So she gets like what the pilots or the stewardess would have.
Yeah.
And
And then you gotta learn how to pack. See, this is a part 2.
All right, let's pick these cards.
Thanks for packing all my luggage all these years.
You got your card already?
I got my card.
Ready. Let me spread these out. Just pick one.
You want me to put this one down and go again?
I don't know. No.
Okay.
I like that question.
All right.
I don't like this question, but
Well,
I'll ask it anyway.
Pick another one.
The rule is we gotta go with what we got.
All right. What most frightens you about growing old? Not being able to wipe my own butt. Because Wes already told me he's not going to wipe it.
Correct.
That's it. I need to keep exercising so that when I get old, I can go to the bathroom
Get your
and
Medicaid
wipe my
on.
own bed. Wipe
Get your
my
Medicaid,
own butt.
Medicare on so we can get some
or pay
house
somebody
nurse
to
service.
help me. That's my biggest thing. I want to wipe my own butt.
And
I want to have my memory.
Very good. Because I don't do well with baby diapers. Just saying.
Okay, go. What's your question? Wait, you answer.
The absolute same thing.
Is it? I don't mind wiping your butt though if you get old. I'm saying I will take care of you. I have a nurse's heart.
I think the point for me is the fact that somebody has to.
Okay.
Not whether you're doing it or not. I might enjoy a nurse giving me a nice sponge bath when I'm 90-something years old. I don't know. But I don't want to get to that point.
Stringfellow. You just took it to another level. I thought I was cracking a look. You just took it over the top.
I'm just saying. I don't want to be at the point. I don't want to. If I get to the point where I cannot take care of myself, have to be bathed and cleaned by somebody else, Lord, just call me home.
Okay.
At that point, we are just being selfish and just want you around.
But there may be some people that they may be in that state, but they want to be here. So shout out to those who are caregivers, but care for your caregivers. Okay, that's a whole topic right there. It's making me emotional. So come on with your question.
Okay, this is a boring question. How would you hope to be changed by parenting? I don't know. We're grandparents now. I'm going to get a different question. I don't like that question. It's boring. Just because it's boring. Okay. Interesting, sort of. What personality trait of your partner do you wish you had more of? That's it. I want that right there. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I just thought about our argument we had, our intense fellowship about this. But go ahead.
So, I would wish that personality trait. I love your outgoing. What do you call that, babe?
I'm outgoing and personable.
Yeah, that part. Not the personable part. The outgoing part. I wish I could do that. I wish that I could walk up and talk about the weather and it be interesting. Talk small talk and make
You're
small
getting better
talk.
at it, though.
Make small talk good talk.
You're getting better
at
it.
I'm still kind of awkward. Every once in a while, I'll meet somebody and we'll have a conversation and it'll be a good conversation. But just some small talk conversation? How's the weather? How the kids?
So I'm going to say that.
That's what I wish I had from you.
I understand that. But I want to add something to that. Because I'm going to tell you all something. I'm just be transparent this last 5 seconds that we have. Wes is a processor, and he has to have a plan. I am a person that can go off the seat of my pants, and that's not always the best trait. But I wish I had more grace to process things out, because I probably would make better decisions or be patient with people that move a little slow in regards to let's get to the point. I struggle with people that don't get to the point, or I struggle with, you say you can't do something because in my mind it's just like 1, 2, 3, but in somebody else's mind, and we'll talk about that one day. But I just say for those who are active responders and know how to have a conversation off the seat of your pants, or you can talk the small talk. Be graceful to those who actually process things and are not small talkers, because that can put a rift not only in your relationship, but that could be a barrier on a job. That could be a barrier within you being a solopreneur or an entrepreneur. I mean, there are a lot of dynamics that I guess I wish I had. I always say Wes is full of wisdom. He does have wisdom because he thinks things through. I am, well, let's just do it. Oh, we want to start a podcast? Let's just do it. I didn't think about microphones. I didn't think about videos. I didn't think about the timing of things have to line up with this so that we can make sure that when we put it out there, it's this and it line. I didn't think of none of that. I was just like, let's do it. Interface. I didn't think of any of that. Lighting. But the truth is that there are those people that are gifted that do think of that. And so we have to respect each other's differences, but also learn from them. And so with that being said, I definitely want to take on more of the trait to be graceful and patient to think things through rather than me jumping right in. What about, you said my trait?
Well, I was supposed to be telling you good stuff, but you went deep to another topic. But so go ahead. What trait would you want from me? Was that it?
Wisdom. And the grace to learn how to process things.
That's not a personality trait. That's just a quality, I think. I think it's a little different.
Okay, so your personality.
So you don't want nothing. Just say it, babe. You don't want nothing from our personality. That's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
No, I said.
All right, so we loved talking with you guys today.
I do.
Please join us on YouTube and any other social.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I said the patience to learn how to process things and plan them out. That's not a personality trait.
Yes,
Thank y'all for joining us today. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
See ya.
We talking about